You are not you. You're me.
No shit.
Hightailed it out of there.
Are you crazy? Don't go between them! Go between them! Are you crazy?
Welcome to my home.
Good evening. Good evening. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I've been, I'm in my in-laws' basement, so I have this thing set up. I have the mic a lot closer to me than the last time, and when I called my wife on it, it worked fine. So I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I am here, and like I said, streaming out of a basement. We got some major update on the housing situation, everything that's going on. So on the way to Colorado, we finally have our house. We have that situated. We were on a waiting list, and in order to get in, we ended up having to take a much smaller house, which is fine, but I'm just stressing where I'm going to put all my furniture, where I'm going to put all my movies, how I'm going to set everything up. And like, as we moved, they took all the furniture away, I had a room that was, I think, 12 feet by 22 feet. And so sitting back there and then setting up our camping projector, we had a 150-inch screen. And so Halloween night, we watched Ghostbusters on a 150-inch screen on the wall. And that got me thinking into how much I want to really set up a projector. There's a couple older high-definition 1080p projectors that I was going to, looking at getting, and then eventually upgrading to a 4K projector down the road and setting that up. And then everything got switched over. So now we're going into a much smaller house. And then we got some different news, like the day we were actually moving, we could get in a few days earlier. And then my wife got the address, and so we have the address to the new house yet. So we know where that's going to be, but then they told us it was a different model or a different floor plan. So even though it's the same size square footage, it's set up so weirdly, I don't know where anything's going to go. So that's the major update. That's what's going on. We're going to be here for a couple weeks, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to do videos because I don't have anything. I have a few things. I stopped at like 3 different thrift stores today, and I recorded that. So I might just do car videos talking about stuff. So I got to edit that, and I still have to finish editing the room tour for the last place and get that out. So I'm going to be doing that over the next few weeks, and that's pretty much the gist of it. And then the day before Thanksgiving, we will be signing our lease and moving in, and then hopefully getting our furniture after Thanksgiving. So it's just one hectic thing after another, and nothing is really going as planned. But I'm going to try to have fun along the way. And I don't have my coffee mug. The coffee mug is they packed it, and that was the other thing is like on the move, I had stuff set aside that I didn't want to have packed, and I had some stuff set aside that I did, but I was still using it up until they started packing things, and they mixed things up. And so we have a ton of stuff with us that we had to cram in the car, and we didn't need it. And so I've got some random thing. I've got dishes here, like, I was like, just to show, I'm a little fancy. These are our drinking glasses, like our regular water, drinking together. And I have 2 of these. I have 3 plates. I have things that they needed to take. They didn't take them. So I'm at my in-laws. I have this mug, and I'm not into sports, but obviously, they are. And so this is my iced tea, and that's how I'm drinking out of things today. So everything's messed up. But good evening. Sorry I missed you on Saturday. We were traveling Friday night. We didn't get in here till late, and then trying to get everything out of the car and get it all set up and figure it out. It was just easier to postpone the Saturday show to tonight. And I'm going to be watching this one item. So I got a whole pile of movies that I did pick up at the thrift store. It was kind of slim pickings, but I filled a lot of things. I got a lot of holes and stuff that was, I had on my radar, things that I had wanted to grab. And this is something that I had recently seen a preview for on some other video or movie I was watching, and I knew I wanted to look for it, and I finally found it. And I don't believe that this has a Blu-ray, and it's a duplex with Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore. So I will be watching this, and this was part of my haul that I'm going to do a video on of stuff that I found at thrifting in West Virginia. And yeah, this is something that I thought the trailer was great. It looked right up my alley. But the problem is, I'm not a huge Ben Stiller fan, so I'm going to give this one a shot. And I'm hoping that the trailer doesn't disappoint. And good evening, chat. Good evening. I know I went on a little bit of a rant, but it's been a while since I got to talk. Let's see. Welcome, anyone. Welcome, brother. Welcome. And we can both hear and see you. Oh, well, that's good that I took too long to figure that out. Bonfire of the Vanities. Have you seen recently? I enjoy that one. No. No, I have not. I've not seen that at all, I don't think. I'll check it out. Make new special edition. Of course. Of course, that's my answer to everything. Because if it's not for you, it's, it's for somebody. So somebody's going to really enjoy it. Favorite Saul Rubinek performance? Oh, I don't know. What was that one? What was it? Let's see. That one that was like a live one. Let's see. There's a couple performances I thought. Let's see. What was that? Let's see. No, I was thinking of something else off the top of my head anyway. Not a live performance. No, Saul Rubinek did a lot of stuff that I was into, but then I didn't find Saul Rubinek until he did that Warehouse 13 show, and it was like goofy and cheesy and sci-fi, and I really enjoyed that. And then it was after I watched that I started noticing him in other films, older films. Let me pull up his IMDb page. Saul Rubinek. Let's see, because always with obviously I love him. True Romance. I love that movie. Unforgiven's good. A lot of newer stuff that I haven't seen yet that he was in, apparently. Let's go to the older stuff. Oh, War. I just picked that up not too long ago. I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. An older film with Jet Li and Jason Statham. Apparently he's in that one. And I guess he was in Rush Hour 2. I don't remember that. The Family Man. I like that movie, and I thought he was pretty good in there too. Yeah, he's got a lot of smaller parts in movies that I know I've seen or I haven't seen in many years, like the movie Dick with Kirsten Dunst and what's that other girl's name? It was Kirsten Dunst. Oh yeah, Michelle Williams. That's right. Will Ferrell's also in that one too. Yeah, he's been in a lot of films. I would have to probably say, because the one that automatically comes to mind for me is Warehouse 13. So probably that one. Sounds like fun events of moving. Yeah, it's one of those things. Do you want Office Space 2? No, because like that's another one of those like lightning in a bottle type movies where it's a time capsule of its time, and then it captured a moment and people enjoyed it, and it definitely had a lot of DVD sales at the time. Like it was I know that was a huge word of mouth film. I don't remember anybody really going to the theater, for that one. It was just constant, like, oh, I rented this tape this weekend, and that's how I remember hearing about it. And so, like, I don't think I think again, too much time has passed. I would just not. I would not like it. Would I like a movie in that kind of story? Sure, sure. Guy that hates his job. His job screws with him, and then he just doesn't care. Yeah, give me another type of movie like that, or something that's influenced by that. But no, I don't want an Office Space 2. I'm usually one that's not for many sequels, and there are not many sequels that I like, at all. Like there's definitely, we just watched Grown Ups 2 last night, and I was like, why don't we have this movie? And I watched it, and I hate it. I absolutely hate that movie. I don't see, there was like a few chuckle moments, but it's usually when somebody got hurt or fell down. But I like the first one. I think the first one's great. So it's just, it's just that. I'm not a huge sequel guy. But then what was I watching the other day? Oh, Daddy's Home. We watched that. I watched that with the in-laws. We watched. They marathoned it. They had both of them back to back, and I liked the second one more than I liked the first one. And I don't think we own either of them. But yeah, I was like, that's one of the very rare occasions where I love the sequel. What's the Dracula on the thumbnail? Well, that's we're going to talk about that. That is one that came from Luc Besson. This just came out, so I'm looking forward to that. Huge fan, and I haven't seen this movie, so I'm going to be I'm going into it completely blind. Super excited about it, and I'm pretty sure it's a foreign film. I got to double check though, because I didn't hear anything about it, and then all of a sudden we're getting a 4K. Well, brother, it's currently 46 with a freezing and hint of snow overnight behind you. Good night for the 80s made mug and a hot chocolate. Yes. Oh, yes, it is a good night. Too bad I don't have my mug. But yeah, it's definitely been cold here. It snowed. It snowed today. We were out shopping. It snowed, and like my daughter hadn't seen snow in years, and so like it was one of those. It was fun. It was definitely fun, and it's good. It's cold. It was cold last night. It's cold right now. But yeah, if it's cold in Virginia, yeah, enjoy because I remember. I think last Christmas, like we had the air conditioning on through Christmas, so yeah, just enjoy the good weather, I guess. Let's see, and it's Courtney. Hello, Courtney, and Video Pro. Welcome, brother. Hello. Flirting with Disaster is a great movie with Ben Stiller in it. Have I seen that one? I may have. I was like, I've not been a huge Ben Stiller fan over the years. There's a few that I like. I actually like Meet the Parents. I do like that one, but all the sequels I'm not a fan of. There's very few Ben Stiller movies that I actually really enjoy. Along Came Polly is one that I liked with Jennifer Aniston. So this one I was willing to give it a shot because I thought the trailer, and I just recently saw it. If I had not seen it, I probably would have passed on this at the thrift store today. Let's see. What was that? What was that? Oh, Flirting with Disaster. Flirting. Disaster. I think I remember the trailers for this one, but I'm pretty sure I never saw it. Taylor Leone, I loved her back in the day. I don't think you can go wrong with. Mary Tyler Moore was in it. George Segal. Fantastic cast. Alan Alda. Lily Tomlin. Okay, I need to watch this movie. Richard Jerkins, Josh Brolin, fantastic cast. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll definitely have to check it out. And it's a Miramax thing, so if it never got a Blu-ray back in the day, it probably stuck on DVD. Is another reason I probably haven't found it yet. Yeah, that's a big cast there. Yeah, I'll check that one. I'll add that one to the list for sure. Let's see. Long time, yeah. It's like I'm here every Saturday. I mean, I usually do the Saturday morning streams. It's just one of those. It's been a long time since I've streamed at night for real. You getting the Luc Besson 4K 9 box set or 9 film box set? Yeah, that's the plan. I definitely would like to get that, but I put a huge pause on all buying, like the move, the stuff. The whole government shutdown, like it's just kind of, we don't know what's going to happen kind of thing. So I'm pretty much not really buying anything until like January, February time, like in that range. But like I said, stopped at the thrift store, picked up a bunch of things for $1 or $2. Not a bad deal. But yes, that is the plan. I do want that set. And in the past, I've talked about it a million times, but I'm trying to collect every single version of The Fifth Element and Leon. both of those films are in that box set, so I would definitely want to get that anyway. And then there's a few films in that box set that I've just never seen. I still have not seen Nikita, so I'd like to watch that one in 4K glory. Darkroom Reviews, welcome, brother, welcome. Hope your day was good, man. Yeah, it was a pretty good day. Pretty good day. Like I said, spent some time with the family, went out and snowed and went thrifting. Had a good time. Rubenek had a small guest shot on Stargate SG-1, two-parter, and had some really good lines in that one. Yeah, that's something that it's been always recommended to me, and I enjoy the Stargate movie. I like that universe. And then at the time when the movie came out, there was a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis game. I'm pretty sure they had it on both. And I remember playing that, and it was nothing really like the movie, but it was fun. I enjoyed that. I was really sucked in. And so when those shows came out, I just never really thought they were for me. And then I do have a friend that's like super into it. And so he's like, you got to give it a shot. And so I did. I tried watching the first episode, and I couldn't get into it. I couldn't. And I like schlocky stuff sometimes. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like the whole Star Trek thing. I just can't get into that either. But yeah, I tried. I did try. How are you adjusting to the new time zone? I'm not in Colorado yet. I'm in Ohio. I'm pretty sure we're on the same time zone. Pretty sure, because I think it's 8 o'clock here ish. So pretty sure we're on the same time zone. But like I said, the day before Thanksgiving, we will be in Colorado, and the time zone thing doesn't bother me. Like, I could get my 4 hours of sleep whenever. It doesn't matter. I'm still stuck on Navy time. So like I really just need 4 hours of sleep. I can get up. I'm fine. The other day I went to bed. I was tired. I went to bed at like 9:30. I was up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was good to go. And then we're here, and so like it's just kind of you feel weird, like you don't want to wake anybody up, and again it's not my house kind of thing. So it's just I've been coming down here and I've been watching movies. I have a ton of these movies I still got to get through because I got to make a video. But I have a lot of these Tales of Adventure collection from Imprint. So I've just been diving into a lot of this stuff and just sitting here. I did bring my PlayStation, so I have that hooked up to a little TV, and I'm able to watch the Blu-rays and do that, and just been down here because a lot of times my father-in-law watches football and sports and stuff, so that happens a lot. And so I knew I need to get these done, so I knew I was going to be doing that, and it's been taking my time. Let's see. Flirting with Disaster has Patricia Arquette, Alan Alda. It's a great cast. It's hilarious. Yes, I just found that out. I will be checking that out for sure. Let's see. James, can't stay because I'm on mobile data, but I wanted to pop in for a few minutes and say good evening, drop a like on the video, and say I picked up A Christmas Story again. Can't find my disc, LOL. Well, that's crazy too, because I didn't pick up that one, but I did pick up a movie that I pick up all the time. Let's see. Not that. Here we go. And it was sealed. It was sealed, brand new DVD. It was Holiday Inn. And I couldn't let it go. I love this movie. I have a few copies of it, but I wasn't sure that I still had this DVD anymore. And it being sealed for $1, I had to grab it. So yeah, I'm in the Christmas spirit, and actually it was $1.99. So, but anyway, Christmas spirit, I had to pick that up, and I've done that before. I've done that with some of my Christmas CDs that I enjoy, and I've definitely rebought those over the years because they were in the car and I didn't realize it was in the car. It happens. It does happen. How far are you from Longmont? There's some great restaurants in there between that and Boulder. I don't know. We're going to be in Aurora. So I thought, my wife kept saying Denver, and so that's what I thought, but apparently we're going to be right in Aurora. Let's see, map. Directions. Longmont. It's not bad. Like an hour. It's like an hour if you take the highway, or like if you avoid the highways, it's like 123 minutes, or an hour and 23 minutes. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And when I lived in Rhode Island, like that was my commute to work was about an hour, so that's not bad. But yeah, I could definitely check it out. We're going to be there for 4 years, so willing to check out the area and get out. I'm looking forward to it because, man, I've spent over a decade in Virginia, so it's just time for a change, time for new scenery and that type of stuff. So really looking forward to it. But then again, like some of that like long distance traveling, if we're going to do family stuff, depends on the wife and the work schedule and that whole thing. So it'd have to be like a weekend adventure probably. Favorite Danny DeVito directed movie? Well, I know that I like The War of the Roses. I know he directed that one. Off the top of my head, I don't remember anything else he directed. And unless he directed Renaissance Man, I like that one. But let me see what he directed. Danny DeVito. Let's see. If you're hearing that buzz, that's the dryer because I am in the basement. Let's see. Actor. Let's see. Director. Type. Movies. Credits. Oh, he only directed 9 films, apparently. Or 9 things. Oh, did he direct this duplex movie I just picked up? Danny DeVito directed it. Well, I'll have to pay attention if I really like that. Oh, Death to Smoochie. I love that film. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I did not know he directed that either. Yeah, director Danny DeVito. Yeah, that's amazing. I love Death to Smoochie. That's up there. I knew he directed Matilda. Hoffa is a great film. War of the Roses. I really enjoy War of the Roses. And Throw Mama from a Train. I like all the movies that he's directed. Like, I like them all. Probably my favorite is Death to Smoochie, though, for real. I love that movie. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it's a very underrated film. It just recently got a Blu-ray release, and yeah, that's a fantastic film. And then let's see, got that one. Welcome and hello, and thanks from Stacy. Oh, welcome. Let's see. My Saul Rubinek, Mount Rushmore is True Romance, Unforgiven, Bonfire, Vanities, and maybe Frasier when he was engaged to Daphne. Oh, wow. Unforgiven's good, but True Romance is fantastic. Let's see. Who would you sign for a Cannonball Run reboot? Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because, I was like, without Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, I don't think you have that movie. So it's just, you'd have a modern version of it that would probably just be too slapsticky, and then they would have to try to get Jim Carrey, and they'd have to try to get like some over the top comedic actors to throw in there, and so I don't know what they would really do. But for me, like I'm not a reboot guy. So I was like, I can't do it. But again, if it was like influenced by it, because like you think like a Mad, where I don't remember how many Mads are in that world. That movie is fantastic, and it's similar. It's like the scavenger hunt thing, but it's similar in the same vein, and and so you have similar type of movies doing that same thing over the years. I don't mind that. It's just like a whole Cannonball Run reboot. I couldn't do it. So I can't imagine who we'd put in there. But Sean William Scott would probably have to be in there, I think. Stargate SG-1 rules. It's definitely a product of its time, but I love that series. Yeah, I wasn't going to call you out, but TJ's the one who loves that film, loves that show. I tried. I couldn't get into it. And I don't mind like the big rubber monster suits, and I don't mind some of that stuff. And like I've said, I've spent a ton of time yesterday and today watching these old Tales of Adventure movies, and they're from like the 40s and the 60s, and they're great Saturday afternoon films, schlocky, wonderful though. And I love that type of stuff, but just couldn't do the SG-1. But like this stuff, man, this was fantastic. Vincent Price, Tab Hunter, and Susan Hart in War Gods of the Deep. That was fantastic. But you have big, giant rubber monster suits, a convoluted story. For me, it's perfect. For me, it's perfect. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know if it's like the TV production, like the quality is different. I don't know. I just can't do it. I don't know. But no hate. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And that's why I always say there's, it might not be for you, but it is for somebody. Let's see. Watch Possession. I still got to watch that. Watch Possession, the 1981 film yesterday for the first time. I love Weird, and this movie fit the bill. Yeah, I like Weird. I do like Weird. I'll check it out. But like those types of movies that are weird, like it's how many times am I going to watch it? I think that's why I've like been hesitant on pulling the trigger on that one. But it is one of those things that it's been high on my radar for a very long time. I probably will pull the trigger on the, I think second side, whoever's putting it out again. I think I'll pull the trigger this time. You're moving to Colorado. It's 6:17 p.m. here right now. I live in North Colorado Springs, now 45 minutes south of Denver since my divorce 3 years ago. Yeah, Aurora, Colorado. We will be there the day before Thanksgiving, for sure. And Mo Biggs. Hail, chat. Hail, brother. Let's see. Funny seeing you here. Yeah, you never know who's going to show up. I usually can't catch his streams because they're too early for me. Yeah. That is like I do the morning stream. Now, and then this just happened to be it worked out because Saturday wasn't going to happen. So, like I said, I'm in my in-laws' basement, waiting for we're going to be here for a couple weeks. My brother lives in Boulder. I live 45 minutes from Aurora. That is southeast Denver. Okay, well that's where I'll be. All these years, I never knew you were in Denver, or never knew you were in Colorado, Courtney. Who should play Livewire? I don't know. Like sometimes these questions, I never usually think of like who would be best in this role, who would do this. Like I've never been that kind of guy. But there have been movies where I've been like, that was a poor cast, that was a poor choice, and then I can kind of pick then. But like the ahead of time, like I don't know. Let's see. Well, ChatGPT, their number one pick is Samara Weaving, and I like her, so I'm not gonna argue there. Taylor Page or Journey Smollett, or you could go Anna Taylor-Joy. It says Chloe Grace Moretz and Julia Gardner. I like all those actresses, so either one. And then 7 was Kiersey Clemens, Sydney Sweeney, or Margaret Qualley. Yeah, I was like, I don't dislike any of them. So again, and Samara Weaving being the number one pick, I could see that, I guess. I like Samara Weaving. Let's see. If you're driving through Colorado and see Courtney in her car by the side of the road, she doesn't need help. She's just chilling at home. Yeah, that I figured. If you lived in Rhode Island and then commuted for more than an hour, did that take you out of Rhode Island? Yes. No. I lived in Newport Island, like the little island inside Rhode Island. So I lived there, and then because there's a military base there, and then there's military housing like right there in Middletown, which is like in the same Newport little island. You have to get across the bridge to get to it, and then so I'd have to cross the bridge to go into like Massachusetts, and then I'd come back around and I worked in the mall, and I worked in Providence Mall, and so I technically left, going around through Massachusetts, but then I back at Rhode Island. What do we got? DeVito's best is Throw Mama from the Train, and Hoffa is great too. Both are fantastic. Both are fantastic, but I'm just telling, I have to go with Death to Smoochie. But yeah, for sure, they're great. I think the 9 films that he directed, I think were all fantastic. I would say, even though I think it's fantastic, it's a good film. Matilda is probably my least favorite. I remember watching it when I was in the '90s, and then I remember being a kid and reading the book when I was in like 3rd grade. So like there was like a little bit of nostalgia for me. But then I watched it with my kids as they were growing up, and then when it came out to 4K, my daughter didn't want it anymore. She didn't want to watch it, so we never bought it. But I do like it, and I would have to say it was, out of all the 9, it's probably bottom of that list. Death to Smoochie is pretty good. I think it's fantastic. It's one of those ones, and at the time when I found it, when it first was released on VHS for home video rental, it was a hidden gem that nobody was really talking about. And I freaking love that movie. I think it could have used a few more Mads. Yeah, probably, for sure. But again, it's a great film all around. Other People's Money, Jack the Bear, are great underrated Danny DeVito movies. Also, Wise Guys. I like all 3 of those too, but I think the original question was which ones that he directed. But yeah, those are all fantastic films. Wise Guys is one. I had it on my computer at some point. I don't know how I have it on my computer, but I need to track that one down. Did that one ever get? Oh, I got this pulled up. Did that one ever get a Blu-ray? Probably not. Probably stuck on DVD. Wise Guys. And it had a fantastic movie poster. Let's see. There we go. From 1986. Yeah, it has a DVD. I don't know if it got a release in another country. Probably not. Which, I mean, a DVD is fine. I don't dislike a DVD, but some of those older movies, it is nice to get them on Blu-ray, and then the new buzz going on around it is always great because then more people pick it up and people that have never seen it before. So that's the biggest reason I want things to get upgraded. But if I find that on DVD, that'll be a day one purchase for sure. Or I mean, an easy pickup. I mean, obviously not day one. Probably came out like 20 years ago. Let's see. At the Holiday, oh my God. Courtney and Mo. Let's see. Saul Rubinek was on Warehouse 13. Yeah, that was my favorite. Pretty sure. Am I wrong on that? Let's see. Warehouse. Am I wrong on that? Yeah, no, yeah, Saul Rubinek. Yeah. I loved him on that show, and I just like the show. It's a little bit schlocky, a little bit goofy, but I liked it. He didn't direct it, but Ruthless People is an underrated DeVito movie. Oh, Ruthless People is fantastic, and it doesn't have an official Blu-ray. There's a bootleg. I have the bootleg on Blu-ray, but the DVD is as far as we got, and I don't think it got released anywhere else on Blu-ray. But yeah, that's a fantastic movie, very underrated. And I remember watching that. I think I was like 8 or 9, very inappropriate, and it wasn't on TV because I remember all of everything that's inappropriate with that movie. And I remember watching it. I know I was way too young, but it was fantastic. When you get to Aurora, there's a chain of really great thrift stores here called Arc. One of the best ones, in my opinion, is in Aurora, and I think they have two there, but they've got everything. Yeah, I actually two things I did. I looked up plant shops. Apparently, there's a ton of plant shops in the Denver area, and because I like houseplants, I'm into that. But that and thrift stores, tons of them. I'm really looking forward to it. And then I YouTube it, like people thrifting, and just to see what they have. But then nobody went to the movie section. They were all like thrifting furniture to try to paint it and sell it on Facebook Marketplace for $1 million. So that was just a waste. But I did notice how awesome they were compared to what I was coming from. Let's see. Escape to Athena is a great movie directed by the guy who did Tombstone, Rambo 2, and Cobra. Nice. Yeah, I picked up not Cobra. I don't remember. I picked up a couple VHS tapes before I left too, so I did that. But I didn't record it. It just happened to happen. So got some more VHS. But I thought Cobra might have been in there. I do like that film. Let's see. Got that. Frank's Media Reviews. Evening 80s. I used to live in Parker, Colorado. Oh wow. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of people that leave comments all the time asking me exactly where we're going to Colorado. Apparently, there's a lot of people that watch these videos that are from the Colorado area. So I'm from Philly and then Boston and been in Colorado since 2007. I was separated for a bit and lived in the Poconos. Oh, okay. Let's see. Probably watched Late Night Yawns. So I wasn't in Colorado. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember like when I was a kid, everyone would talk about going to the Poconos because I was from upstate New York and it's not far. And like I always thought it was like someplace exotic, like going to Puerto Rico or going to like, the Bahamas. They're like going to it's not. It's like going to like Pennsylvania. It's like, but when I was a kid, I always thought it was like an exotic place. Let's see. Yeah. Thoughts on Brendan Fraser, Weiss, Josh Hanna, and Oded Fair, and a possible new Mummy. I'm in. Anything with Brendan Fraser, I don't mind. I know he like disappeared for a while, and then he did that movie, The Whale, I think that's what it's called, and then he kind of came back. He's doing a bunch of movies now, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I really enjoyed. I enjoyed many of his movies, but The Mummy is one of the ones that, as a family, we rewatch that one every year, all three of them, and yeah, I like those movies. So I don't know, I'm just tired of the reboots and all that type of stuff. So it's just like, I don't know, if you're gonna give me mummy stuff, we had the Brendan Fraser mummies earlier, give me something different, and that's what I'm into. And so like, even though that Tom Cruise mummy, everyone hated it, and like I could see like there's definitely things when I first watched it I like scoffed because like when you make something, you create something, you tend to pull from what you love, and like that's been proven time and time again. And you can see the influences all the time. You can see people's influences when they create, especially movies. But with that, it just seemed like they were stealing so much from so many different things and just kind of throwing it all together and hoping it worked, and it possibly had potential, but like, I don't know, part of me likes the film, but I know it's not a great film, but then I always can't get past like the whole ripoff that they stole from Werewolf in London, where the dead friend, and it's like the comic relief, and he's the dead zombie friend. Like, so they literally stole that and stuck the whole bit in the movie, and I was just like, but yeah, I was like, and I would have liked to see more of that Dark Universe. That movie flopped. It didn't do well, and they kind of scrapped that whole thing. But that's not the first time in Hollywood that a movie has kind of failed or faltered or whatever, lost money, and then they still continue to make more of those types of movies. And so I would have liked them to go in a different direction with some of the other monster movies. But another mummy thing with Brendan Fraser being involved, I don't know. I always think like if that is a thing and they're doing it and they got this original cast, like if it's like a fourth mummy, sure, but then you got the third mummy where Rachel Weisz wasn't in it. So I don't know. I'm in, but again, like the 30 years, however long it's been, 25 years, however long it's been, that's a big gap. And so that's where I'm at with it. I love the Mummy movies. I just don't know. I don't know. It's like watching the old Indiana Jones where the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, like everyone hated that film. It's notoriously talked about, but I liked it. I thought it was fantastic. Um, would I have wished it was done earlier when Indy was younger? Sure, sure. Do I watch it as much as I watched the original trilogy? No, I don't. But it's not as bad as five. And the biggest people's complaint is the refrigerator going flying across the thing and then him surviving. Nobody was complaining about the raft. The raft coming out of Temple of Doom when he jumps out of the airplane in the raft and they land on the snow and then they go into the river. That's a crazy convoluted. They would all be dead. There's no way that they could survive. But that was the argument. Like you have adults that grew up with Indiana Jones that are upset about the refrigerator thing, thinking he's not going to survive. Well, your child brain enjoyed the raft scene. Let's see. I got my first tattoo ever Art Week or Art Freak in Providence, Rhode Island, because tattoos were illegal back then in Boston. Oh wow, Boston's weird. Boston is weird. I used to go to Boston because I was like heavy into aquariums, saltwater fish tanks, and like that type of stuff, and it still would be. But every place we've lived since, like there's like a size limit, like 10-gallon or 20-gallon aquarium, and I used to have like 90-gallon aquariums, and like I had a bunch of them, and so it was just easier to not do it at all. But I used to drive over to Massachusetts all the time. There was a few saltwater fish tank and pet stores over there, and I used to pick up corals and all that type of stuff. But other than that, I wasn't spending a lot of time in Massachusetts. Oh, I'd go to Fall River, Massachusetts all the time. They had a good thrift store there. They had 50-cent VHS tapes. I used to do that a lot. All things I never knew 80s made. Yes. With Courtney telling her life story in the chat, it gave me an idea for a Courtney biopic. Something's Rotten in Denver. Nice. Matilda, I like that one. Yeah, I was like, it's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. I'm only in Denver for a week now because I went to see Guar. Remember you saw me covered in crap after the show when I streamed? Oh, wow. Let's see. And what's up, brother? What's up, man? Lucky Numbers with Travolta was written by the guy who did Death to Smoochie, heist comedy with Lisa Kudrow. Lucky Numbers. I'll check that one out. I was like, let me see if maybe I've seen it. I love heist movies. Let's see. Or maybe that one was on my radar already. Lucky Numbers. No, this one was on my radar. I have not seen it. It's an early 2000s film. Television weatherman scams the local lottery. Yeah, dark comedy. I'm in. Yeah. Yeah, this one's been on my radar. Ed O'Neill's in it as well. Tim Roth. Michael Rappaport. Yeah. Bill Pullman's in that one? Wow. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out too. Warner Archive will probably do a Blu-ray of Wise Guys directed by De Palma. That would be great. I would, in a heartbeat, that would be a day one purchase for sure. But it's one that like I know I wanted. I love the movie. I've had it on my laptop for a while. So I don't know if I bought it digitally or whatever, but it's one I want to own. And so like if I do see it at the thrift store, I'm picking it up. But I'm not going to try to get it. Because I don't know what the price is on it, and I'm expecting a Blu-ray to come eventually. But yeah, that'd be great. It's a directed Love Potion #9 with Sandra Bullock. I remember seeing that one. I think I've only seen it like once. When it first came out, but there's like something about the monkeys. Yeah, I think they gave the potion to the monkeys at first. I think I vaguely remember that. Ruthless People's good. Yeah, I agree. Gremlins 3 is being directed by Chris Columbus. Yeah, I'm in. Like I'm usually not, but I love Gremlins. I love that movie. I watch it every Christmas. I love the second one, even as a kid, I was like, it's kind of goofy, and like I get Joe Dante made it that way, but like Hulk Hogan breaks the fourth wall and stuff. Like there's things about it where I'm like, when I was a kid, I was like, this isn't the same what I saw, but I enjoy it now. I'm really looking forward to a third one for sure. But Joe Dante and not Chris Columbus was what made those movies great. No, that's the thing, but I do appreciate Chris Columbus's direction and his eye for movie making. So I think it has a lot of potential, but I completely understand it's not the same. It won't be the same, but I'm looking forward to it. And it's like I said, it's one of the very few long time period gap sequels that I'm really into. I went to Berkeley, Boston for college, and I loved it there. Yeah, you seem like a Berkeley type. I know. You and the basement puppets. It was all a weird time, Courtney. I had salt tanks for years. I lived near Boston, and it is weird. Yeah, yeah. I had them. I had them for years, and like I said, we moved, and it's just one of those things. I absolutely love them. I still have a lot of the equipment. I have the Reef Rock still, and I keep moving it around. I don't know. I have to read our lease on this next place and see what I could have, and if there is room. I'm not going to go big, even though I have a giant sump. I have a ridiculous sump that's made for like a 150-gallon fish tank. And then we keep toting that around. But if I set up anything, it'd probably be like a nice 20-gallon, maybe 30, 40-gallon in that range, like no bigger than that. And then I have the Ecotech Marine lights that go on top. I've got a lot of that equipment, a lot of the Ecotech pumps, and I have the big water pump too. I have all of my stuff is pretty much Ecotech. I've got the Apex, Neptune Apex power plug, all that stuff that connects to the internet, and it's got the probes to check the salinity and the water temperature and all that jazz, and that tells you if your thing's leaking. It's crazy. So I have all that stuff, and I would like to do it again, but I wouldn't go crazy again. I would not go giant big tank. I would want something smaller, because in like a 4-year span, it's either trying to move all that stuff again or selling off everything that and you put your time and effort into it. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but I've always like had an attachment to my aquariums and the fish and the stuff, and like when we moved out of Rhode Island and I had to sell all my fish, I was kind of sad. So I was like, I get it. I was like, I'd like to do it again. I just don't like that happen to get rid of it or sell it at the end of the 4 years. So it would have to be something that's on the small side. Weird time? Well, yes, you are. I always hated the raft scene in Temple of Doom. It was so ridiculous. Yeah, but see, like, I don't know. When I saw it as a kid, like, I knew it was ridiculous, and it felt very Looney Tunes-ish. Like, it felt very like Coyote Roadrunner, falling off the edge of the cliff kind of thing. But I still enjoyed it, and I've seen the movie so many times that it's just, if they just took that scene out completely, it has to be in there. It's like, I don't know. I love it. So I get how ridiculous it is, but I think I was just at the perfect age. I just loved that movie, and it was fine for me. But if I had seen that movie as an adult, I know I would be like, what is this? What is this? So, yeah, I get it. But I do like that scene. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about that I'm excited for. So I did talk about the few movies that I've been watching like soon. So obviously always let me know what you're going to be watching. I'm super excited about that. But I know it's the week. So I was like, I don't know what you guys are going to be able to fit in through the week, because we normally have this conversation on the weekend. But I have all the stuff that I'm excited for, things that are coming out. And like I said, I'm doing like a buying pause for now until we get the move situated and all that. So all this stuff is stuff I'm excited for. I just hope it doesn't sell out by the time I start looking for stuff again. But we have, let's see, where's this? This is not what I wanted. Let's see. Things that I'm excited for, things that I want to get. Why is this not reloading? There we go. Here we go. Okay, share this screen. And then, let's see. What do we have? see this stuff. So this one here, this is one, Cult Epics. I like this company. I have a few of the Cult Epic movies in my collection. I don't, off the top of my head, I have no idea what they are, but I have like one or two Cult Epic titles, and I like them. And so this one here is from 1977, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. And you're getting a new 4K presentation of the film, HDR presentation of the film. You're getting new audio commentaries, now and then, and there. I don't know what this is. A visual essay, a movie, another visual. So you're getting a bunch of visual essays, and then you're getting all the stuff that's been around before. So this one here from 1977, I do like the cover. I think it's fantastic. Coming out of Cult Epics, and then I don't know what it's about. I think I'm just kind of blind by this one, getting more foreign films in my collection and just appreciating a lot more of that stuff. This is going to be an easy pickup for me. And I've liked the few Cult Epics films that I have. I've enjoyed them, so I like what they do. And then Scream Factory, Shout Factory, January releases. And I know there's that whole thing. They shut down the website. They're going to Groove. I get it. Again, Bullet in the Head, Once a Thief, World War Z in 4K, and Arcane League of Legends Season 1 on 4K, and End of Watch 4K. So you're getting a lot of stuff. End of Watch, I just picked it up on Blu-ray, and I haven't had a chance to watch it. So it's something I planned on watching earlier. I do have it on Blu-ray. I'm going to wait on this, and it's a steelbook, so I'm not going to get the steelbook anyway. I think my Blu-ray is going to be fine. But John Woo's Bullet in the Head, I think I'm interested in this one. Again, it's going to be something that I don't need day one, but it's high on my radar. And World War Z, I don't even have that on anything. So that could be an easy pickup as long as it's not a steelbook. And even maybe Once a Thief. So I think all the January Shout Factory stuff is on my radar. Although I don't think I need Arcane. I think I don't need that at all. But other than that, yeah, the January stuff is high on my radar. And then this one here, One Battle After Another. The trailer interested me. I like the cast, obviously. And this is a new film that just came out. So it came out this year, and it's getting a release in January. It's got sitting at the $30 price tag for pre-order, but that's going to go down in the $24, $26 price range. And then, again, wait for a sale if you want to. This isn't a day one for me either, but it's high on my radar. Something I've wanted to see for a little bit. And again, I'm going to talk about, I hate this stupid ugly banner. Completely unnecessary. I don't think the artwork's horrible, but I do hate the boring big giant head, because now the movie isn't selling. I don't know what this movie's about, but I see she's got a gun. Obviously, she's running, but then you have Leonardo DiCaprio's head. So you're really buying the film or watching the film because Leonardo DiCaprio, and that's always I think a poor way to do it. I do miss original art, but this is something I'm interested in. I like the trailer. What is this one? You're Not Me. I don't know, but this one. Signature. Luc Besson prepared Blu-ray. His Dracula is prepared for Blu-ray. British label Signature Entertainment is preparing a Blu-ray release of Luc Besson's 2025 Dracula, starring Caleb Landry Jones, Christopher Waltz, and let's see, a whole bunch of other people. The release is scheduled to arrive on the market December 22nd. Dracula is a fresh take on the Gothic horror, adapted for screen, directed by legendary Luc Besson. And it's from the Bram Stoker novel, so I'm totally in. But yeah, this was something that was complete news to me. I'm pretty sure it's a foreign film. I didn't even bother watching the trailer, but it's an easy pickup for me. I love Dracula. I love the story. I love most everything I've ever seen Luc Besson do. And at 15 pounds, I think that's a no-brainer for me. Yeah, it's an easy pickup. And then, let's see, what do we have? Oh, we already talked about that. They're called Suspenders of Disbelief, yes. Yes. Getting Goodbye Columbus and Ladies and Gentlemen and Fabulous Stands from Fun City Editions. Oh, that's nice. I actually I wanted to get the Fabulous Stands from or Stains from uh, Imprint, and I missed that. I missed that completely. So yeah, I'll be picking that up from Fun City. Easy. Goodbye Columbus. I didn't know was there. And Ladies and Gentlemen, yeah. I'll have to pick that one up for sure. That's something I've had on my radar for a long time, and I do tend to look for it on eBay once in a while for the imprint version. But Fun City's an easy pickup. Let's see. Let's see. The Indicator Powerhouse Films February announcements. All of these films interest me. They're all older. Looking at like movies from the, let's see, 1958, 1959, 60s, 1965. Any of these movies I'm usually into. You Must Be Joking, Jazz Boat. I haven't seen any of them, but just looking at the cast and looking at what the movies are about, I'm a big fan of this type of stuff. Anthony Newley, Anne Aubrey. I don't know. I think I don't necessarily think the 50s and 60s is my favorite era in cinema, but it's up there. I do like that. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to pick up all of them, but I'd like to watch them at least. So this one here is probably one I'll pick up. Jack Palance, Anita Ekberg, and Nigel Patrick, The Man Inside. Yeah, I'll check that one out. And then it was a Powerhouse Indicator. I'm pretty sure if the this little indicator logo with the rainbows up at the very, very top, I'm pretty sure that's a limited release. And so, I don't know, I think they have, what does it say? Say how many they have. I think they do more than Imprint does, but it's still like in just a few thousand. I don't think they do a ton, but interested in those for sure. And then it says here, just in case you don't have a region free player, these are all region locked to region B. And when they say that, like sometimes you can get away with it and they'll say it and it just kind of works. If it's region B locked, you're not going to be able to play it unless you have a region free player. What do we got? Oh, and this one here. First look at Lone Samurai. Another one I'm kind of interested in. I don't know if I need it day one, but I'll check it out. We'll Go USA, early 2026. Love the movie poster on that. And I don't even know what's going on. I think I just need it. For sure. What do we got? Oh, and this one. So this is something that is kind of getting frustrating. Now, I don't mind re-releases. I don't mind when they put stuff out. But there is this constant conversation of, people wanting some stuff that have never been put out before. But then also the conversation of, if we're going to put it out on Blu-ray again, how come we didn't get the 4K? And then like this movie here, Ladder 49. I don't know if it has a 4K in any other country, but in America, we've had a Blu-ray release of this before. And I'm pretty sure it was like one of the early Blu-ray releases. So maybe it didn't have a great transfer. That's very possible. But in this day and age, and like, why are we not getting a 4K? And normally, I just, I'm like glad to get this type of stuff. But in this type of movie, I am curious, like, if they're willing to put it out again, totally fine. But why are we not getting an upgraded version of it? And then was this one a better transfer than the last transfer? But then as I kind of complain about that, I don't have it in the collection, so it would also be an easy pickup for me. Let's see. Update on Imprint Halloween 4K shipping. No, I saw something that was going to be a little, and then mine is going to TJ, and because I didn't have a house when any of that happened, I didn't know what was going to happen, and then he's going to send it to me. So unless like I get their email, maybe I can switch it then or whatever, but I have no idea. I haven't looked, and then, like I said, I've been here and I haven't checked my email. I'm horrible with emails. So if you do email, I'll get to you eventually. But it's just I'm horrible. I'm better if like you can DM me on Twitter. I'm better with that. And then the fourth wall members, I give you my phone number so you can text me. So, and if you don't have my phone number, I'll give it to you. It's one of those things. Just hit me up. I want to pick up Frankie and Johnny with Pacino from Imprint. Yeah, that's a fantastic. I like that movie. I liked the movie, but like it was one of those. I don't know. I don't know if I was disappointed. A character like just the way he was, whatever. But there was something about it where like I didn't pull the trigger on that one, but I do like those. Indicators Cliff Richard box is worth getting. I'm sure it is. I saw Backdraft, not seen Ladder 49. I saw both. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I watched Backdraft when it first came out. I have the 4K. It's one of the few steelbooks that I still have. But Ladder 49, I liked it. I think because it's one of those. It's like I don't know. It has kind of a sad, disappointing ending. But I mean, it's a powerful movie. Like especially if you're not a firefighter, and it's like that kind of thing. You put yourself in those types of shoes when you watch a film, and it's just like it's a kind of a powerful film. I think it's just one of those. I think that's why. It's because it's one of those like kind of a sad kind of movie. Well made though. I think it's fantastic. I don't have it. Backdraft. I love Backdraft though. Still hoping for De Niro in Night in the City with Jessica Lange. Great movie. Yeah, I'm sure that'll come out. Like anything, yeah, with those two in it, I'm sure that they would have to come out. Just got the Emmanuel box set from Severin. Nice pickup there. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know how I feel about this not coming to 4K, but getting a re-release and then possibly nothing done before. We can go see. We can go see. I was like, I mean, it might not be accurate information, but we can check it out. Let's see. Ladder 49. Yeah, let's see. This was released back in 2007, so the early days of Blu-ray. And then, and it got a British release in 2008. Got a French release in 2014. Although I'm digging the cover on that one. All right, so here we go. Ladder 49, the one that was released in 2007. 2K Blu-ray playback, region free. I mean, it says 2K, but I mean, obviously some of those early ones may not. So if there's a better encoding on it, I don't know, but it's not indicating it, or I didn't see it. Because you'd get the same 2K playback there. I don't know. Something about it. It's frustrating. I get it. It's an easy re-release, especially if it's out of print and you can't find that disc and stuff. But it is frustrating. There are plenty of other movies that I would like to come out. It's one of those. Let's see. Can I still buy Ladder 49? Or is it... I don't know. We're still on that. Let's see. All right, let's see. Ladder 49. It's probably out of print. There's a couple of them here on Amazon, but they're at that low price. They're not nothing like at that higher end scalper price. So that's the case. Give me some other titles that have been out of print for like a long time, and eBay's selling them for like $100. Give me some of that. Off the top of my head, I don't know what Sony title is like that, but I'd rather have that as a re-release than this. Again, it's just me complaining about it. And what's up, brother? Delon on movies. Nice, brother. What do we got? I don't know if there's anything else I was like super stoked for. This one here, Marmalade, whatever you say, Marmalade. I don't remember the trailers for this one or anything, but it looks like a robbery. So I do like those movies, so I might have to watch the trailer and see if I'm into this. Let's see what it say. Recently incarcerated Baron strikes up a friendship with his cellmate, a man who, with a well-versed history of prison breaks, and a pair hatch an escape plan together. Yeah, that sounds fun. Sounds fun. I have to check that one out. That's something that was not on my radar, but interested now. But this is on my radar. So Radiance announced their February releases, and I haven't picked up anything from Radiance Films yet, but this one I might, because the Japanese Godfather trilogy is being put out. I'm into that, so I might be picking those up. And Libido, I don't think I need that. Stuntman 4K, I don't think I need that either. But this, yeah, Japanese Godfather, I think I need this. World Blu-ray premiere. So it's never been put out on Blu-ray before. Limited to 3,000 copies. That I'm into. Something that's never been put out on Blu-ray before. Something I've always wanted to watch. And yeah, more foreign titles in my collection. I think that might be it. Let's see. Cruise On. Let's see. Cruise On Film. So these are, I've tried, there was one title I tried to get from this company and I couldn't get it. So I'm familiar with them enough, but I haven't bought anything from them. And then this film, Gene Vigo, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I need it, but I was familiar with this label. And I don't remember what it was. Let's see. None of those. Here's this one, Life of Crime. But I'm pretty sure this has like a. I was pretty sure this had like a regular U.S. release. But yeah, Life of Crime is a movie that I've been trying to get. It's been on my radar. I don't know if that was the film or not. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. That label's familiar though. Let's see. Is there anything else I think I needed? Oh, this one. So this one's been getting a lot of buzz on lately because that YouTuber created this one. He directed this one. What was his name? Stuckman there. Chris Stuckman does the movie reviews. Apparently he did this movie Shelby Oaks. I don't know. I had no interest in seeing it. It's a found footage film. It's not for me, but it is coming out on Blu-ray, which is, it's nice that it was in theaters. It's nice that he made it, and it's great it's going to physical media. So those are all things that I like. I'm not a found footage guy, so I have no interest in this film whatsoever. But if you are, check it out for sure. But this one here, this old film, I think I'm interested. So it has another name. So Martin Ruminak. It goes by another name. I'm pretty sure this film does. But you got Marlene Dietrich, and Gene Gabin. What the heck was the name of this film? It goes by another name. I'm pretty sure. And that was why I was interested, because I'm familiar with the other name of the film. Let's see. The Room Upstairs. That's the original title to the movie. Or no, Martin Ruminak is the original title. The Room Upstairs is what it was changed to. And so that's what I was familiar with. And so yeah, this is something, it's a French crime drama, romance movie starring Marlene Dietrich. I'm in. And it's from 1946. So it's a much older film. I know it's not for everybody, but I do like the older films. Love black and white stuff. And yeah, that's high on my radar for sure. That's that. And then it's getting kind of late here. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to check the Twitter feed if there's anything being released that I didn't talk about yet over there. But wrong one. I'm probably going to wrap this up soon because I know everybody that's in this house has already went to bed, and I don't want to be loud and bother them. But fun hanging out as well. And I'm going to try to knock out some videos. But I think the videos, I think they're all going to be car videos. I think I'm going to record it on my phone because recording down here, I got nothing to show off except for these few that I just picked up from the thrift store. But let's see. What do we have on Twitter? Anything worth talking about? Something I'm excited for? Let's see. Nightcrawler. I had that film. I was about to watch it, and then in the middle of the move and stuff, I just never got around to it. So I had planned on watching it, and I do have it. So it's something that's high on my radar. It is now coming to 4K. So that's something. It's coming to 4K from Shout Factory, apparently. The Prestige is one of my favorite Christopher Nolan films. It's one of the few that I can watch over and over and over again, and it doesn't get old to me. And not old, but it has rewatchability for me. I love that film. That one's coming out to 4K in March, but it looks like it's a steelbook only, so maybe I don't need it. But I do love that film. Let's see. Nothing else that's like really crazy. Some schlocky B movies are coming out to physical media. We'll talk about those when they get announced later. And this is coming from 88 Films. She Shoots Straight, coming February 24th, 2026. Comes with a bunch of bonus materials, but looks like another original soundtrack is in Cantonese. So yeah, I'll probably be picking that up as well. Oh, and this Christopher Lee End of the World Remastered. So that came out in 1977. I've never seen it, but it's coming out from Full Moon, and I don't think you go wrong with anything with Christopher Lee in it, except for what was that movie? The Howling 2. The Howling 2. Yeah, and that's it. That's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. And again, thanks everybody for hanging out. And then I'll do this again. And so next Saturday, back to the normal time, we'll do the live stream, and then, like I said, we'll be traveling to Colorado. It'll be during the week, so live stream should be set up. I'm not sure when we're going to get our internet out there, but if I have to live stream from the phone, I'll try to do that. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. And like I said, I'll be rolling some videos out, but they're not going to be top quality. With that, remember to watch a movie today. I'll catch you guys next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh, don't give me a cat. That's mine.